So I finally saw the Snow White remake because it just released for free on Disney+. So I've been talking a lot of crap about the movie, and it's time for me to actually let you know how bad it was. But first, please like, subscribe, and share. Anything you can do will help my channel reach more people. And if you like this video, make sure to hit that bell icon so you can get my videos as soon as they drop. Yes, Disney finally released Snow White on Disney Plus the other day, and I was willing to exactly spend $0 on it, so things finally worked out for me to see it. The thing is about Snow White is that it's not Snow White made into a live-action film. It's a completely different movie. As the main actress said, it's about a strong, independent woman. I mean, she does live with 8 dudes and at one point is saved by another dude, but she's definitely strong and independent. The thing is that they've added so many scenes to this movie. They had to pad it out because it's not an hour-long animated film. It has to be closer to 2 hours. So they've added about 6 or 7 songs. Some of them were actually good. Most of them weren't, but some of them were okay. The thing is that they made this a different movie. It's not the animated movie come to life. Those scenes that they added, they made her a more well-developed female character. So in that way, it is a better movie. It's not a princess running away and hiding in the forest. She does have a personality. She does go on adventures herself. She does save the day in her own way. The thing is that's not the first animated film brought into live action. It's your own movie that happens to have the characters from the original animated film, but they're having different things happen. I almost think that's why Maleficent did better. The fact is they didn't call it Sleeping Beauty. They called it Maleficent. You knew from the beginning that this was going to be a completely different film. And I think if they gave this movie a different name, it might have done better. Of course, it would help if both your main actresses weren't getting into a whole bunch of crap by saying stupid things on Twitter. And let's talk about Gal Gadot for a second. I think maybe you should learn how to speak the English language before you sing in a movie in English. She was all right, but she definitely seemed to have a hard time pronunciating the words because she probably couldn't even say them normally. I just didn't like that character at all. Honestly, I like the character of Snow White better than the Queen. The Queen just kept walking around and semi-trying to go after people. Instead of just killing them, she kept putting people in the dungeon and then was surprised when they would escape. It's like, you're literally the Queen and you're evil, just stab them to death. She'd already had multiple people try and kill Snow White, and then her plan was to put Snow White to sleep. She literally downgraded in offenses that she was trying to do. I don't understand this woman's motivation. And the dwarves actually were all right. Once you finally got to the dwarves and you got used to how they looked, it wasn't too bad. Of course, did you know that we live on the planet Earth and dwarves actually exist on this planet? Yes, we could have just had real dwarves in the movie, but for some reason they tried to do an animated version of them. So they do look kind of weird, but eventually you get there. And honestly, it's the same joke for the animals. Well, later on, when the animals were doing a lot of complicated things, it's understandable why they use computers. But at a point when she's just standing there and petting a deer, do you know that we have deer on planet Earth? You could just pet one and you wouldn't have to animate it using CGI and spend $1 million on the scene. And the dude wasn't even a prince. He was a homeless vagrant and he was living with a bunch of other homeless people in the forest stealing from people. It just seemed like a forced thing that they were changing to not make him a prince. The whole movie actually seemed better than I thought it would be. With some minor changes, it actually could have been good. You keep both of the main actresses off of Twitter and have them only talk about your movie and only in a positive way and only positive about your historical movie. That's one big thing. You name it after something else because it's not actually a remake of Snow White. It's the characters from Snow White brought into the real world. The main actress was constantly having her chin out, and she looked a lot like this guy. Now, I'm not sure if I was just seeing that because I've seen all the online memes, or maybe she's actually doing it. Either way, it's one of the things that I could only see throughout the film. So here's the thing. Was this movie worth watching? Yeah, I recommend seeing it if you have Disney+. $0 is about what this movie is worth. Does it deserve all the hate? No, it doesn't. The actresses do. I honestly don't understand why these people just can't follow basic rules when you're promoting a movie. It seems pretty obvious that you shouldn't talk shit about the original Snow White cartoon. I don't know why that would be so hard to understand. In the end, it has basically the same plotline as the original, except about 20 minutes in the middle where she's doing a bunch of stuff with all those homeless guys. Not as the way it might have sounded like I just said, but nonetheless, they're pretty much hanging out and dancing in the forest for a while. So Snow White, 5 out of 10. Hey, it could have been a lot worse. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Make sure to click that subscribe button and check out those videos on screen now.